due to which we have not been able to be successful in life, because we have not been able to be happy. Strife has increased, fear has increased. In India, we are a lot of ignorance. I was talking to some people in states and they told me that actually we are living in fear, because if these atomic bombs go into the wrong hand, you do not realize that what they can do. What they can do. So they were having, but sometimes they say ignorance is bliss, but I don't believe in the statement, because the person who penned this down was also educated. He was not an ignorant person. So ignorance is never bliss. Please, if ignorance was bliss, you would have not come to the class. If ignorance was bliss, you would have never studied in school. So remember, don't take this as ignorance is bliss. This is absolutely wrong. You should be enlightened. Should you not be? You should be enlightened. So now we come down to the point that there is only one alternative, and that alternative is this, that this is something is missing. Now what is this missing knowledge? Which is so important that without this, the other aspect of knowledge is actually has failed. Has actually failed. When I was young, I can say I was almost 15, 16 years old. At that time, I wanted to do something good for society. That was my basically mood. So I used to think these poor people are really suffering, and these rich people are the ones who are the wrong ones. They are the ones who are cheating these poor people out of their wealth. So I thought I'll become a dacoit. I'll loot the rich and give it to the poor. So my father was in the army, so I used to go and learn to use the guns. But later on, when I came into college, in my hotel management, I had friends who were the sons of top industrialists of India, who were going into hotel business, so they were doing this hotel management course. This Pusa at that time was one of the best in Asia. Cornell University also used to give 2 years off to the person who used to actually come from Pusa hotel management. In the 4 years curriculum, they used to give 2 years off. Okay, you only do it in 2 years. So most of them used to come, and actually I find Indian management techniques are different, because I was telling professor the other day, Raksa, that management, I define it as man, age, men. Man of what age is meant for what? Age means his attitude. You have to fix the right person in the right place. If you do not know that, that means everything wrong. Everything. So I met these industrialists' son, and I got very close to them. And I had realized one thing, that everyone was looking for happiness. That I had realized. But whatever we did in our student life also, we did it to that I should be happy. And yes, if others are happy, then automatically it is good. Because you can't go in and do disco in a hospital. And that also in a cancer ward. Because everyone there is suffering. So you can't be happy if all around you there is unhappiness. So there also I was selfish. That if everyone is happy, then I also be happy. Because if all the bricks in this wall are good and one is a little weak, that will also survive because the others. But if all the bricks of this wall are weak and only one is strong, then that strong weak will also go. That is why please, this is also management, because you can't see that whatever happens in the corporate world, and those people are the most miserable people who are there on the top or in any management level, who are basically trying to stop the junior from coming up, that we take up a position. Just try to curb it. This is going on, this is wrong. Those people are really not happy actually. They're the ones who are really suffering. They're really suffering. So we should basically aspire that everyone, and I tell you one thing, if you aspire for everyone else's progress, you will also progress. You will also progress. If a tree gives shade to people, then people see to it that the tree exists. Because they get shade. If your juniors are good, they're happy, your colleagues are happy, your seniors are happy, what will happen? They'll try to maintain you that you be there. But if you start cutting them, competition does not, please for God's sake remember, competition does not mean to bring the other person down. You must have heard about this simple thing. This is the line. You want to draw bigger, you want to be bigger than this. Don't try to rub it off. When you want to rub it off, you will see it. What would you need? How many times? 4 times. Now, this is that line. In 4 times, where would you reach? Instead of putting effort to bring these things, make it 0, use the same effort to go ahead. Why trying to finish him off? So these are some, I'll keep putting these points in between. Now what happened with them, I went to their house also. And one of my friends, his father was a financial actually genius. He was only 11th pass and he was a finance minister of UP. He was also one of the Rajya Sabha members and used to give lectures in IIM Ahmedabad on finance. He was a financial genius. And he told his sons, what did he tell him? He told his sons that you don't touch the money, I have put it all over the world. Let any depression come, anything come, don't touch that money. Just live off what it gives you and you will never be short of money. And one night I find, because I was staying with him, so I find his this servant, because these people have those beras and everything, he was going with some tablets and a glass of scotch. So I was seeing an event, I asked this friend of mine, what is this he's taking to your father? He's taking sleeping pills without which he cannot sleep. So I thought that this man was the most miserable man in the face of the earth, because I could sleep well, though I had less wealth than them. And they were so wealthy and still they were not able to sleep well. What type of life was this? What this type of life I was trying for? What is this I was aspiring for? Or was I aspiring for something more? So these things started cropping up. At that particular point of time, I started getting interested in what to get more knowledge to understand this. So now I'm bringing before you a particular point. Just answer 3 questions and you'll understand what knowledge is missing. What is that missing knowledge? Which is so important that without that you may have everything in this world and still you may be a miserable person. And if you want to note this type of life, you can see it in the life of these people you adore and you glorify, these Hollywood stars and these pop singers of the West. Their lives are absolutely like this. Michael Jackson, he was horrible, living a horrible life. If you see his life, what one of you said, living for others, they think that man should be great, but he himself. After it happens, I'll add this in Hindi, you'll understand it better. I was talking to a businessman, मुझसे कहता है, मुझे तो खाने तक की फुर्सत नहीं है, खाना भी नहीं खा पाता मैं, मैंने भिखारी गई